start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. That's twice now we've done it. Spot on 10 o'clock. Bang. Look at us go.
It's a miracle, isn't it? We can't, it's blimey, it is spot on 10 o'clock. We're making this bit of a habit. It's worrying.
We're getting professional.
How are you this morning anyway?
I'm fine. I'll tell you what, I woke up this morning, obviously there's a bit of rain out.
You woke up because you're talking to me, but that's another thing. Go on.
Oh, look at you,
right
the
now,
comedian. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. He's here at Lakeside till Saturday.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's a bit of rain today, which I'm really, really happy about because my grass is dying off. Really.
I'm hoping we're going to have a bit more because we've.
Let me guess, you got a parcel coming.
I don't think so, but we've got some bushes to put in the front garden that we've got to do over the weekend, and it could do with a bit of rain, so it's nice and wet and damp to do. So I don't have to water it before.
Go on, explain everyone, what have you bought? This is boys and toys. What have you bought, Mike?
Well, I bought one because my front garden is so hard. I bought one of those things you attach to your drill so you can dig holes in your grass.
Yeah, an Argo or something like that, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah. But I know it's been an interesting morning this morning. I decided to be domestic and vacuum, and we've got one of those wonderful Henry vacuums, which is fabulous. I did see a picture of one this week, a cartoon of one called Boris, and it was described as an ethics and moral vacuum, but that's another thing.
Did it have a big wig on there? A blonde wig on top.
Yeah, floppy.
Yeah.
What I was doing, I don't know if anybody's ever done kind of vacuum dusting where you just go along the windowsills with a vacuum or the side with a vacuum to avoid dusting it. And the confession is I kind of vacuumed up one of my wife's earrings.
Have you? But the good thing about a vacuum is you can open it up and take it out.
Yeah, so I've been through it once. Can't find it. So I've got to go through it again. But I think the only solution might be,
yeah,
I think it's got to be the healthy solution is vacuum up the other one and say nothing.
Unfortunately, Sue has said that she watches this, so that's all gone by the by now, hasn't it?
I know. But I applied logic to it. I thought earring, okay, metal, magnetic, yeah. No.
Yes.
No. Not magnetic.
Was it like a really expensive earring, or was it?
It was something a friend bought her. So it's stainless steel coated in silver plated. So it's not magnetic at all. So she's still got one. She can wear it trendily.
Yeah.
But I've got to go. I've got it on the floor in the garage, so I've got to go through it again. The only downside is, why does this sort of thing always happen when your vacuum bag is full?
We don't have a vacuum bag. You see, we have bagless vacuums. Because we just don't really want to get bags involved in vacuum cleaning. So our one's great, except the fact that apparently no one empties it.
No,
except for me.
We've got a Dyson handheld cordless bagless thing, and one of the original V6s. It's great, but it's the same problem. Every time I come to use it, I have to empty it.
It's like I am the vacuum cleaner fairy, because what I do is I go to use the vacuum cleaner, it won't suck up properly, so I have to empty it out, which means going outside and emptying out. So everyone else, it feels, and I'm not kidding you, you can open the top of our vacuum cleaner and it's flat with dust and fluff on top because it's so packed.
Yeah, so I've got to, my job after the show's over is to put the gloves on. The funniest thing was I'm going through this, the vacuumings, and I'm thinking, oh, I could do with a mask. I wonder where the mask. I wonder if I've got a mask anywhere. And as I thought that, I then thought, you idiot! There's a pile of them in the hall for going out. It was one of those things. Where your brain's going, I need a dust mask, not a going out mask.
Yeah. So
I've got a mask ready to go through it again. So I'm going to have to spread it out even further and go through it. The only downside is we have a gerbil, and there's about a month's worth of gerbil vacuumings in there as well. So. Yeah,
I'm not even going to ask you. I know who probably hoovers up the gerbil vacuuming things. Yeah, so there we go. Anyway, cracking on with the show. Cracking on. People don't want to hear about our domestic bliss that we have to do. So today
we do as we're told. That's why I've got a bald head. So.
So today we're
going to talk about. Oh, we're going to introduce Lamorna first.
Lamorna, yes, we have Lamorna, who is now she is a a mindset sort of nutritionist, sciencey person, as Doctor Who would say, basically.
Neil, can I just put in? Do you know when you're looking at the screen there? Are you flickering on your screen?
I am, and I think
fine. As long as it's not just me, as long as it's not my eyes doing something weird, that's fine.
I think I've got a loose connection somewhere on my camera.
Okay.
So I tried plugging it elsewhere, but it was totally blank and it wouldn't register. So I'm like,
that's why you've got to plug it into your computer rather than elsewhere. It's helpful.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Right. So yeah, hello. So let's So let's bring on Lamorna. Hello.
Good morning.
Travelled a huge distance from Blackwater to be here. It's great to see you. You want to tell us a bit about yourself?
Pardon?
Do you want to tell us a bit about yourself and what you do? That'd be fabulous.
Yeah, sure. So I actually had a corporate career until my early 30s. And I was, sort of chasing, sort of commuting and chasing sort of numbers and orders and this kind of thing. And I had to take a bit of time out, and I realized at that point that it wasn't the life that I wanted to lead. And what I really wanted to do was help people. And I wanted to have a healthier lifestyle. So I didn't want to be sat in the commute, commuting for hours every day, or at a desk for hours, which is ironic because actually that's what I do now. But at the time I thought, you know what, why not become a personal trainer?
Ooh, now, sounds fun. Sounds fun.
I didn't go to the gym very often.
That's always a good sign.
I like exercise very much, but I thought if I'm a personal trainer, I'll be working in the gym. I'm bound to get fit, and I'll be helping people at the same time. So that's what I did. So I took a huge pay cut. I went to personal training school where I was surrounded by all these sort of, I'm going to say bulky sort of 18-year-old boys who wanted to be personal trainers. I was a little bit out of my depth, but I'd come from an IT industry, so I was male dominated industry. So I did all my personal training certifications, and I started helping people. But what happened was that lots and lots of people were coming to me and saying, Lamorna, I need a personal trainer. I'm going to spend hundreds of pounds a month on this personal training with you. I really want to lose weight. And that would be their goal.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing these personal training sessions with them. And a lot of the time they're saying, Lamorna, do I need to go gluten-free? Is it true that you should stop eating carbs after 6? What's the deal with this intermittent fasting? And as a personal trainer, I just didn't have the knowledge to be able to help them properly, because you don't learn about these kinds of things when you're becoming a personal trainer. So I thought, you know what? I want to do more. I need to find out. So I decided to retrain again as a nutritionist.
You trained as a personal trainer.
At that point, we decided. Pardon?
You trained as a personal trainer, and then you decided to increase your career and go on to do something else.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So I decided to retrain as a nutritionist to be able to help people with the answer to these questions.
Mm-hmm.
And the two obviously go very nicely hand in hand. And then I started moving online because we ended up living abroad for a time, 2 or 3 years, and we did some traveling. And then I started to work more and more with people around their nutrition, around their mindset, around their habits. Who has a problem with snacking? Late night snacking, mid-morning snacking, exactly. So that's what I do now. I help people with their food habits, their mindset, getting ahead in the right space to be able to take action. Because a lot of the time we know what we should be doing, but we don't end up doing it. So so that's kind of me, really.
So we wanted you on the show today. Jason brought you in, so thank you very much, Jason, who is waiting in the green room. I'll be bringing him in just a sec.
No, it's more fun keeping him waiting.
No, that's unfair, Mike. That's unfair. What we're going to do is, I just wanted to know, obviously with COVID, people have been binge watching, putting on weight and things like that. So how does that tie in with you? Because obviously there's a lot of excess weight. I mean, I literally put on a stone. I'm not going to lie, and I'm struggling to lose it now.
It's called. Yeah. So I'm going to say don't what I don't want anybody to be doing is trying to find some kind of rapid weight loss diet, sort of quick fix, because I know they can be really tempting. And you suddenly, you get to the point where you're like, oh, I'm not quite sure, I'm not quite happy with how I'm feeling. I'm happy, I feel a little bit, trousers are a bit tight, belt's having to be, a different notch. And then suddenly you think, I need to take action. What can I do to get rid of this weight as quickly as possible? And you're very, very, excited about taking action and being enthusiastic about, a big lifestyle change. Those quick fix, rapid weight loss diets, they will not be sustainable, and you may lose some weight, but you won't keep it off. And then you end up on this diet cycle. So what I would like you all to do is, whilst weight loss might be your goal, just hoping to lose weight and wishing on it, seeing a number on the scales, that's not going to get you there. So what I would like you to do is think how, and that it's the hows that will get you to your goal. So I don't want you to focus on your goal, which I know sounds a little bit backwards, but hopefully you see the logic here. So how are you going to do it? Now, to achieve weight loss, we need to be in a calorie deficit, which means we're burning more calories than we're consuming. And the easiest way to get through that to find that is through diet.
Keep talking. I'm going to sort my camera out. Keep talking.
Okay. Have a think about what you're eating and see where you can make some easy changes. So it might be for somebody who likes to drink their fizzy pops, their Coca-Colas, fizzy drinks, that kind of thing. See if you can switch from a normal Coca-Cola to a diet or a sugar-free version. Because that way you're not making too many sort of big changes, but you're going to start to see a reduction in the calories that you're taking in. If you always have 4 biscuits, take it down to 1 or 2. If you always have 4 pieces of toast, take it down to 1 or 2. So these little changes, and a really nice, easy rule of thumb when you're dishing up your plate of food. Because this is much easier. I mean, you can go down the calorie counting side of things, but to be honest, who's got time for that?
Yeah.
And it's all just right. So my top tip when you're plating up your food is to have 1/4 of your plate should be protein. And when I say protein, do you guys know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Meat.
Yeah. What else could it be?
Eggs or something like that.
Oh, it's a test. I didn't realise that. It's a quiz. Oh, blimey. Okay. Potatoes
fish as well.
No.
Yeah, so lean meat, chicken, fish, and we can talk about vegetarian options, later on if you want to. But that's your protein. Then 1/4 of your plate can be carbohydrates. So that could be your starchy vegetables, your starch, your pastas, your rice, your bread, potatoes, and then half your plate, aim for that to be salad or vegetables. And if you follow that rule of thumb for your lunch and your dinner, you will start seeing some changes.
Okay, so I'm having soup tonight. How does that work?
Yeah.
The one we've done, we have. I don't know if anybody's got Denby sets. Denby does 3 plate sizes, a huge one, a medium one, and a side plate. And we use the medium plate as our dinner plate, so it doesn't look like your plate's half empty. It's better portion control.
That is a great tip. And you know what, we have the same. We've got big dinner plates, and they only really tend to come out for roast dinners. But day to day, we've got like pasta bowls, which are sort of shallow bowls, or our side plates. Yeah.
And the big plates, when we got married years ago, we got them because you need dinner plates, don't you? I can't think the last time we used them for dinner. We tend to use them to put a cake on or to put things on, when you're having a barbecue and stuff, rather than to eat off.
The trouble is, though, you still don't you fill your plate up. You still fill your plate, and that's the thing. I mean, I myself, what I've done is I've actually cut down on Coca-Cola. I've practically stopped drinking that, and trying to stop eating chocolate, because chocolate is one of my worst things. It's like it's when you become an adult, you can go to the shop and buy a slab of chocolate. You haven't got to ask your parents. You can just go, I'm going to go and buy a big bar of chocolate.
And you've not got to sneakily eat it on your way home from school so they don't notice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we sit here eating a bar of chocolate or something at night, and a few glasses of Coke. So I've cut those out. So hopefully that will, we will see some sort of result. I'll let you know. If this goes to this, but then it's getting better.
But Coca-Cola have interestingly changed the design of their Coke Zero cans, haven't they? So it looks more like a normal Coke can. So the normal Coke can now has the Coca-Cola writing in white, and Coke Zero has it in black, so that it looks like almost the same product, to try and get people psychologically to think, oh, I'm not taking a healthier alternative, it's the same product.
Well, do you think
really interesting.
Do you think at the Coca-Cola factory they've just got someone with a black Sharpie just colouring in all the white Cokes? Right. I also, Leona, I also want to talk about this. Now,
that is so cool.
That is you own a double-decker bus.
I own a double-decker bus. Yeah.
Why do you own a double-decker bus?
Okay, so in 2019, we went, my husband and I, who's in the photo with me, we went on a 12-month round-the-world trip for our honeymoon. And at the end of our trip, well, part of our trip, we travelled from Canada. We drove in a van all the way down to Costa Rica.
Ooh,
and
lovely.
We loved it.
Wow.
It was a simple way of life. It was
just like a normal, was it a normal panel van, or was it a proper...
It had some windows. It was like a big transit van, because all the vehicles in America are bigger than over here, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we were living in this van, traveling through, all the way down through Canada and America, all the way through Central America as well. We crossed about 8 borders, and then we sold the van. And we, when we've been in the UK, we have had sort of vans that we've been able to go away for the weekend in. And we were in Colombia thinking, you know what, we should get another van when we get back home. Yeah. What about getting a little bus? Yeah.
Oh.
We're going to get a bus. Why not get a double decker? And after 2 glasses of wine, we were on eBay looking for double decker buses. And within about a month of us getting back to England, so about 12 months ago, 13 months ago, we had bought a double decker bus.
Can I just check you were sober when you bought it?
Yes.
without seeming rude, how much does a second-hand double-decker bus go for these days?
Well, if you're going for the Route Master, the old London buses, they can be really pricey, 50 grand. But this one was around the £5,000 mark.
So what are you planning to do with it then? Because it's amazing.
It is, and that's only the outside of it. The picture you showed there, we are converting it into an off-grid tiny home. So everything in the bus, as much as possible anyway, is recycled or reclaimed or secondhand. And we are taking inspiration from the American schoolie bus conversions.
In America, this is huge, isn't it? Tiny homes.
It really massive. Is. Yeah, and in the UK as well, there is a huge van life community with people converting their own vans, either for use for holidays, traveling around, or to live in full-time permanently.
And there's that film, isn't it, that's just won the Oscars, The Nomad Life, that's about people traveling around in converted van, living the van life and actually living that as a lifestyle. And it comes out.
And I've never seen it yet. That's a weekend.
One of them is
May 17th, isn't it, or something?
One of them's living out of a people carrier.
Yeah,
they've got like a bed in a people carrier. So, okay, so we're learning a bit about you now. This is fantastic. I want to draw your attention to this little post that I saw. Now, as we all know, I love chocolate. Okay, I'm not a great fan of meditation, but how do you pull them together?
Yes. Okay.
You've done yourself, or is it an actual thing?
So this is a technique that I've learned from. I've been doing more learning, because once you fall down, you fall into sort of this rabbit hole of learning about nutrition. For me anyway, I'm sure we all have this in our own ways. You just sort of you fall further and further. It's like being Alice. So more recently, I've been doing some training, and I've done a course around something that's called intuitive eating. Anyway, this is a technique that I've been taught as a result of being on this intuitive eating course. And it's a really playful way of learning to be more mindful whilst you are eating your food. And it's a great introduction to meditation. It's a fantastic introduction to the practice of being mindful and mindfulness, which For some people, I don't know how you guys feel about this thing. It can sound a bit hippie, a bit woo-woo, but it's got so much value, and it's just a really fun way of incorporating chocolate and learning something at the same time.
That's fantastic. It's a new way.
Confess, Neil, I've done the chocolate meditation a couple of times.
You have?
As a minister, we did a spring school a few years ago with I think it's Dr. Mark Williams, who was the mindfulness expert who works at Oxford University, who put all the academia behind the whole process, made it acceptable from an academic point of view. And Mark, believe it or not, is an unpaid Anglican priest as well. He doesn't put that on his book. And he took us through the chocolate meditation. And I have to say, Neil, go online, Google it and do it, because you taste chocolate like you've never tasted it before. And
okay.
I then did it with a group of elders at a retreat day to get them to think about it. The hardest bit was stopping them from opening the piece of chocolate you'd given them and just eating it. And it's controlling your brain just to accept and to breathe and to then just enjoy and get into the depth of the chocolate. The only problem is, you do it for the meditation, but it doesn't. It
sounds like it's
wonderful. Mindfulness is amazing. And I find that when I first started suffering with PTSD, mindfulness helped rebalance the body and the soul. So it's really good stuff.
I think Jason's had a few issues, so he's now gone to comments. So we were going to have Jason on, but I think his internet's playing up. So but I understand exactly what you mean, Mike. It's a bit like a wine night at our house. You have to take the wine, you have to savor it. You don't gulp it down. So now then, what I want to do is, I want us to go off subject a bit. I want to talk about so do you remember now? I'm going to read out a list of things here, guys, and I want to know, do you remember these? So fish and chips wrapped up in newspaper.
Oh yeah, of course, from Blackpool.
Oh, of course you are. Yeah, so that's a natural. Did you have like a liner in there, or was it straight into the
wrapper?
Straight into the wrapper. Okay, because we only ever had like white wrapping paper, and probably Lamorna, you don't remember that at all, do you?
No.
Okay.
Maybe the newspaper on the outside, but not straight onto the newspaper.
Okay, let's go for it.
And
Right,
then your vinegar would soak into the ink, and you get the ink print on the chips. It was great.
Glass bottles with refundable. Now I remember the Corona bottles.
The Corona bottles, yeah. And the pop man used to come round, and as a kid in Salford, you'd acquire the bottles from other people's doorsteps.
Okay, all right. So I take it, Lamora, you don't know. Lamora, yeah.
He's going to have one of those days, isn't he?
I know. Okay, let's go for one that you will remember then. Okay, milk deliveries with a glass bottle.
You still get them?
I know you do. It's on my list though. It's on my list of things to remember.
I don't do it, but you still get them, yeah.
And we had the gold top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, once a week, because we'd get deliveries, I think every day, and then on Saturday we'd get 4 bottles of milk. One of them would be a gold top, which would be like the Jersey cream, which was lovely. Yeah, we just
you used to have to get out to beat the birds, didn't you? Because if you didn't get out early enough, the birds would go through the top of the bottle and.
You mean the blue tits? The blue tits, they used to sit on top, didn't they? Because my nan used to put little cups over the tops to stop that happening. So okay, black and white TV.
Yep.
Only black and white TV. No,
not only black and white TV.
I had to buy myself. My first TV was a black and white TV. So
do you remember those TVs that you had the knob that you turned to tune the channel?
Yeah.
When I met Sue, she had a TV like that from uni. It was black and white with a thing that you went woo to tune it. The only problem was you'd put it onto BBC and you'd just think, oh, we're just watching that for the rest of the night. I can't be bothered. But do you know you can still get a black and white TV license?
You've Googled that, haven't you?
I have, yeah. £53.50.
So if you buy 2, then does that mean you can have a colour option? No?
No idea.
No idea. Okay, all right. Television rental services. Now I remember these.
Radio rentals.
Yeah. Television rental services. No.
Rumbellos as well. Was that one?
Rumbelows.
Because you didn't just rent your TV. You used to rent your TV, your fridge, your washing machine, so that if it broke, they came and fixed it.
Okay,
You have no idea what we're on about, have you, Lim?
Now here we go. Right, here's one that you will. Here's one
I'm
you will
representing a
know.
younger generation.
Oh no!
Your GP making house calls.
Yes.
GPs still do that occasionally.
They do. And the good thing is, I know that they're under a lot more pressure now, so they don't make as many house calls. But back in the day, they used to.
And GPs are good. I had a text message from my GP the other day because I'd reordered a prescription, and my lovely GP sent me a message going, "I've got your repeat prescription through. I think you've ordered the wrong medication. Can I check that it should be 20 milligrams and not 10 that you've ordered?" And it's going, "Yeah, sure. That's good. I will send you the right one."
Okay, and we're going to finish off with
Good GPs.
They are. I mean, being a GP is such a hard job these days because there's so much more you need to learn and actually do. And a lot of them, when I have been to the doctor, they have like a big book with everything in, or they go online. They have a special obviously forum thing they can go online to.
What I love about my GP, she's very good. You know, some GPs you go and they're just tapping away, aren't they, at the computer, and they don't look at you. Whereas my GP will take a pad of paper and turn and look at you and sit and talk to you rather than the computer, which is just wonderful. It's just great. Anyway, sorry, what's the last one then, Neil? Go on.
Okay, right, the last one is your favourite old-fashioned sweet.
Humbugs.
Humbugs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Humbugs. Yeah. When you used to go into the sweet shop and you'd have like they've still got them. You've still got these new old-fashioned sweet shops.
There's a wonderful sweet shop in Camberley, isn't there?
There is.
To the square. Fruit salads were always good.
Fruit salads. I find fruit salads though in the summer they go a bit soggy, and you get caught up with the paper, and you end up eating half a load of paper together
That
with
was part of the fun.
fruit.
And you used to be able to get 2 jelly bears, didn't you?
Yes.
For a penny.
Again, that's probably going back a bit too far there, but yeah.
I remember penny sweets because on a Friday
yes.
I was going to get 20p to go and spend in the shop on penny sweets.
And
you
could have white mice as well.
pots.
Were very nice. I remember them.
Yeah.
You had little pots, didn't you? And each now in Camberley, that's what he does. He's got those in that like little cabinet.
You know, I've got to go into
They're not
Camberley
pennies
this
anymore,
afternoon.
though.
I've got to go into Camberley this afternoon, so I'll see what I can get for 20p. I might have to increase it to £1 though.
Yeah, and don't forget, there's your 2 kids, and there's your wife, Mike. So that's at least a
They'll
5.
never know. But it used to be, never mind the penny sweets. You used to be able to get a 10p mix-up, and that used to be, you go down to the sweet shop and have a 10p mix-up, and you get 20 sweets for 10p. It was wonderful.
Oh, great, fantastic!
Those were the days.
What I need to do, right? What we need to do is.
We could have a sweet taste off, couldn't we, on one of these shows? That would be the way ahead.
Great. We could have one from the sweet shop, couldn't we? That'd be amazing.
I noticed Jason's asking us a question though of what alternative medicines you can take that suggest Lamorna.
What can you suggest for alternative medicines? I'm not quite sure. Can you clarify the question?
That doesn't make sense because it depends what you want the alternative medicine for, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Okay. What we need to do is while he's just clarifying. While he's just clarifying,
yeah, he can clarify that.
let's go. Let's move on to local news now. Then what's been just been released, obviously, is the dates that collectively Camberley are doing their events in Camberley. So you live in Blackwater, don't you, Lamorna? Yeah. And so you're fairly close, which is fantastic. So so we've got the film festival. The film festival is on July the 16th to the 18th in Camberley. Now,
Rooftop Film Festival, absolutely fabulous.
Have you been to? I haven't actually been to one. Are they?
No, I haven't.
No,
they're brilliant. It's on the top floor of the Square car park.
Yeah.
And the films this year are. I'm just trying to tell you, but I can't find out. I can't get it up on my screen. So
they do sing-alongs, don't they? They do the sing-along ones as well.
Yeah, so we've got this year's is Friday the 16th is The Joker. Saturday the 17th is Toy Story 4, The Lion King and Rocket Man, which is a sing-along one.
Yes.
And
got
then
a bit of that on John.
It'll be
And
good.
Lion King, of course, is the 29 version. Sunday the 18th is Frozen 2 and A Star is Born. So standard adult tickets are £12.50 and kids are £3.
And are we allowed to dress up if we go and see the Frozen? Are we allowed to if we go and see
Yeah, that's
the Frozen?
mandatory.
You
Neil,
think
if you
so?
want to put a dress on, you are very, very welcome to.
I just wanted to hold a wand. That's all. Just wanted to hold a
But
wand.
I'm thinking more dressing up for the Rocket Man one. That's got to be done. Dressing up as Elton John's.
That's your standard wardrobe, isn't it? That's your standard wardrobe, that.
It is. And tickets to the Rooftop Film Festival are available from lovecamberley.co.uk.
Okay, and we've got the Celebrate Camberley. Now, this is a new event I think they're doing, which is the 24th of July, where they're encouraging people to come out and celebrate Camberley, celebrate everything what's good about Camberley around the town centre. I think it's they're going to be holding like stalls and things like that.
Yeah, so they're encouraging lots of charities will have stalls, lots of businesses will have stalls. It's a free event. It's going to be a fabulous day. So please do come along. Put it in your diaries because it's just going to be fabulous. And to also celebrate the fact that we've had a year of lockdown. It's great to get back together and celebrate things. That then leads on. So that's in July. That then leads on into August to one of the best events around, isn't it? In Camberley?
The car show is back.
Our show on Saturday, the 14th of August.
I will be there. I will be there, and I'll be filming two of my favourite things: looking at cars and filming myself. Yeah, we will be there. We will be there. I know. We'll be doing live Facebook lives for people who can't go, showing them what's happening about with all the cars, interviewing car people. Yeah, just having a great day, and of course, eating the mandatory cheeseburger at lunchtime.
And that goes totally against everything that we've been told this morning.
I know.
But it is going to be a fabulous day, and I'll have to confess, I'm looking forward to seeing it on Facebook because I'm on holiday. So I'm planning to go to my in-laws in Northern Ireland. So I'm afraid I won't be there. But I did go to the first year we were here. We went to the car show, and it was brilliant. But I just miss it every time, unfortunately. Now,
Can I just ask, Lamorna?
Yes.
What car do you drive?
At the moment, I've got a white transit van. I'm a transit van driver.
Very blokey, like it. Yes.
And I've got a little sort of Vespa type moped.
You got a little
That is
scooter,
so
little
cool.
Vespa scooter.
Yeah, I did have a big motorbike, but I've downsized.
Is it a new Vespa or is it an old retro one?
It's a Vespa type. It's not an actual Vespa.
Oh, okay.
But what would be?
It's a couple of years old. It's got a very retro look to it.
If you got your skates on with the double decker, you could bring the double decker to the car show to just show what you can do with the double decker, because they're accepting bookings now. It's all on the Collectively Camberley website if people want to book in their cars. But that would be so cool. To drive a double decker though, I'm just thinking about this. Driving a transit van's one thing. Most people can do that on their license. Do you need a different license to drive a double decker?
Yes, you do. Well, I mean, if you've got your license, I think before 97, it might already be on your driving license. And if it's 30 years old, then you don't need a special license.
You C1, it's a C1D1, isn't it? C1D1 clarification.
Is it? For a double decker?
I think because you're not doing it for hire or reward, are you?
So you're not taking passengers. Okay.
That's right. So you don't need the PCR, PCS,
PSV,
whatever.
PSV, PVS license,
PSV.
I know. You don't. So you don't need the public vehicle license to drive it, basically. So, but obviously, a lot of health and safety risk assessments when you are driving it. We can get under that bridge. Yes, we can.
Every time it's in the news that somebody has driven a double-decker bus into a bridge and scraped the top, I get about 10 messages from friends and family saying, make sure you don't do this.
Okay, so which brings us on to the last bit of local news. I'm going to mention the C word. We're only halfway through the year, I know, ish.
C.
Okay.
No, don't mention the C word yet. It's not been summer yet. You can't mention the C word.
I've got to, because it's on the list and it's really important. It's the Christmas lights switch on at Camberley, the 20th of November. Sorry, Sorry, I could be playing Christmas music right now, but
No,
yeah.
no, do not do that.
It's we didn't have it last year, but we got it this year, so it's going to be bigger and better because obviously they've got.
And it's going to be fabulous. And I think all these events are wonderful because it gives us an opportunity to really celebrate what Camberley is about. You know, to celebrate the wonderful community we live in that came together during the COVID times and has continued to support one another. It's just fabulous to get out there. And you know, Jodie and Kyle and the team at Collectively Camberley are just wonderful. The other thing is the bid is being renewed this year, so please do, businesses out there, if you're watching, when the vote comes out, vote for the bid to be renewed, because what the public won't know is if it wasn't for Camberley Bid, we wouldn't have any of these events. They're not put on by the council. We wouldn't have hanging baskets and flower displays in the town centre because they're provided by the bid. The Christmas lights are provided by the bid and the businesses. So, you know, it's amazing. Lots of the things that people think of the council are actually the local businesses and community coming together to make Camberley a better place. I have a vested interest. I think they're wonderful.
On that note, I'd like to say thank you very much to Lamorna for coming today.
Thank you for coming on.
And we'd like to get you back on again later on in a few months' time to discuss and talk about your bus and see.
We want to see the progress photos of where the bus is up to.
Yeah. So, well, shall I do a couple of shout outs for some social media bits?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you want to see more about the double decker, you can go to our Instagram page, and all you need to type in is "we bought a double decker." You know, you can put underscores between each word, but we bought a double decker, and it will come up. If you would like to find out more about stopping snacking or the work that I do, you can go to Facebook and type in Lamorna Fitness. And I've got a challenge, a free challenge coming up, which is all about breaking bad eating habits.
Okay.
So my page, there is the link on there. I'm not sure if I can share a written link here with you guys. Can I? I don't know how that works.
What you can do is I can put a link to your page when I repost afterwards. Yeah. So we'll do that.
The link to sign up is bit.ly/stop snacking habits. So I can send that to you.
Okay, you might be able to put it in the comments. Actually, if you put it in the comments, it'll go on to the.
That's the way to do it. Yeah. And I've just gone on your Instagram, and the book looks amazing.
You got yourself an extra follower right there. One of Mike's dreams to build a bus and to go around. So, okay, well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to say thank you very much to Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you very much thank you, Lamorna, for coming on and spending time with us today.
Thank you very much. Guys. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much to our three watchers who we've had today.
So it's your mum, your dad, and my dad. Brilliant. It's good to have them again.
Thank you very much, and we will see you all next week. I'm out filming, out and about. If you see me out and about, say hello. I'll tell you more about that next week. But for now, it's goodbye. So we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. God bless. Bye-bye.
See you soon. Bye for now.